Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to this live training, the #1 female fat loss webinar. Now, being the internet girls, anything can happen. Being live, anything can happen. So if it blows up, please bear with the process as I get back on. I'm fine with it. I've made peace with it, so I hope that you can too. Hopefully the tech gods will be with us on this Saturday Arvo. Now, if you have any questions that come up, please write them down because I'll be doing a Q&A at the end of this event. So make sure that you stick around for that. So welcome, great to see you. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Simon Tait and I am a mind-body transformation expert. And I specialize specifically in working with people just like you to help them lose serious fat and to help them feel better and to change their mindset and to have fun doing it. So for nearly 10 years, I've been focusing on helping clients lose body fat and find the success that I've personally found in implementing change and rapidly installing new habits, new paradigms, if you like, into people's lives and helping them to overcome all sorts of limitations. It really is extremely rewarding work. So what I've done with clients, helping them lose body fat, to become more healthier, become more happier, and more resourceful people has worked so well that hundreds of people over the years have achieved results that are outstanding. There is a science to it. It is simple. However, you need to make it a ritual to condition yourself if you are to achieve sensational results. So I'm going to explain this for you today. This is a picture of me on the left here accepting an award for the best performing health club in the state. So now I'm here to reach out to you and to help you transform your body and your life. So I'm very excited and I'm thrilled to be able to do it. So this event is 100% how-to information. I'll be giving you lots of cool value and showing you how to do stuff on your own. So it's a lot like a class or a training. I will then make an offer at the end to help you do some of this stuff if you want. If you want to work closely with me, that's fine. And if you don't, that's fine as well. So who is this live event for? Well, it is a big deal, yeah? It's your life we're talking about. You only have one body, don't you? And if you don't have your health, well, what have you got? You know, discussing fat loss for women often gets misinterpreted as if we're saying that women should look a certain way, and nothing could be further from the truth. Excess fat, especially around the belly, has health implications, and losing it is very, very beneficial. But beauty to me anyway goes far beyond a particular look or shape. I'm an advocate for extended longevity. Too many people leave this earth way too early. You know, radical life extension, I believe, is not only awesome, but absolutely necessary. So this event is about losing fat, excess fat for good, getting in supreme health, getting aware and saying goodbye to the bullshit. Who is this live event not for? Well, ladies not willing to invest in themselves. Invest time, invest energy in developing themselves. This is specific information. It's custom tailored for women who want to lose serious fat and positively change the quality of their lives. So if it's okay by you to continue to be overweight while killing your chances of an extended, lean and healthy future, well, this event is not for you. In fact, if you're unwilling to do any of this stuff, this really won't be of any benefit to you, and I'm telling you mainly out of respect for your time. Excellent, we've got that out of the way. So remember, if you have any questions, please write them down and stick around to the end because I'll be here to answer them all. So let's dive right into it, shall we? So how this is going to work, we're going to talk about hormones first, okay? We're going to talk about your natural hormone cycle, a bit about menopause first, and then move on to fat distribution in all females and talk a little bit about cellulite as well. So there are a few hormones we need to talk about in regards to body fat in women, and they are insulin, cortisol, estrogen, progesterone, and the major fat burning hormones, the catecholamines. Excuse me. So this here is your natural hormone cycle. Okay, day one, estrogen increases and remains the dominant force in the body for 14 days. Day 14, estrogen drops off and progesterone becomes the dominant hormone. And then towards the end, day 28 to 30, both progesterone and estrogen are at their lowest levels. Okay, so understanding this here is going to help you to figure out why you have certain cravings at certain times of the month. So just to understand that too, that different hormones run through your body at different times of your monthly cycle. So when estrogen is dominant, it opposes the actions on insulin and cortisol. Okay, cortisol is a very important fight or flight hormone. So estrogen doesn't work well with insulin and cortisol. It creates more of a stress response on your body, and in high amounts, it can actually slow down thyroid function. Okay, so it's an anti-thyroid function. You know, with so many toxins in our environment, you know, there's estrogen in our water along with pesticides, in your cosmetics and plastics as well. So we need to minimize these as much as possible, because once there's a toxicity-based problem in the body, it begins to shut down the thyroid gland. Your thyroid gland regulates your metabolism, right? So as it down-regulates, it slows down your metabolism, and you end up burning less calories on a daily basis, which ultimately makes you store more fat. So estrogen is anti-insulin and cortisol, which makes you less stress reactive and carbohydrate sensitive. So during the start of the month, you shouldn't be eating as much carbohydrate due to the fact that your bodies are more sensitive to carbohydrate at that time of the month for the first 14 days. So when progesterone is dominant, it opposes cortisol, so it doesn't like stress either. So we want to try and decrease the stress actions in the body. It also increases thyroid hormone, so it increases metabolism in the second half of your cycle, which is what we want. Okay, so as females hit menopause and estrogen drops in the body along with progesterone, this is the reason why ladies gain weight. They're more sensitive to carbohydrates, and you know, if they continue eating carbs like they always have, well, there is going to be a pretty big increase in fat gain, which is definitely not what we want. So we need to change some stuff around as these hormones start dropping off in menopause. So a quick chat about menopause before we look at the rest of the female body. Just gonna have a quick sip of water. All right, so as estrogen and progesterone levels fall, your body is going to start to metabolize food differently. So if you're in menopause or currently headed into menopause, you may have followed a low-calorie diet in the past, you know, such as Weight Watchers or Jenny Craig, or anything that's calorie restrictive. You know, like eating all the foods that are advertised, the low-fat stuff. In fact, you see it everywhere, don't you? My favourite's the LITE. What a bunch of bullshit. You know, with a calorie restrictive diet, you will achieve some results. To a certain extent, it is the case, but it only really works up until a point. And it could have worked for you in the past. Now, it works because it drops the refined carbs out and calories, and the sugary starch combination together, which is probably the worst combination because it actually increases the fat gain. But with those hormones dropping off, right, your body becomes a totally different fat loss factor. So carbohydrates is the key number one influencing factor on fat loss, period. Carbohydrates is the key number one influencing factor on fat loss. Now, because your body responds to insulin in a totally different manner once you've hit menopause, we need to drop carbohydrates back further and increase fats to help stabilize blood sugar levels even more. Simply put, fat doesn't increase your insulin like carbohydrates does. And insulin is what drives fat storage. Okay, insulin's what drives fat storage. Basically, insulin is the school bus that comes out and drives the fat cells and parks them right on your waist. So in order for your body to start using its own stored fat levels, we need to control your insulin. So if we can prevent those school buses from coming out in the first place, or at least minimizing them, we're going to put down less body fat. So even the carbs that you could have eaten 5 years ago, those carbs are now going to make you fat. So understanding that once where a lower calorie approach would have been enough to get results and would have worked, now you might not see any results at all or even fat gain. So now you need to focus specifically on lowering carbohydrates. All right, so the key is to lower carbohydrates to around 50 grams a day, maybe 60, not much more. The foods that you think that may be really healthy, like whole grains, fruit and dairy, now really aid in fat gain. So we must move towards a more fibrous veggie and protein diet and reduce the intake of those whole grains, like the bread, the rice and the cereals, and the fruit and the dairy. And also we want to increase our good fats. So good fat is essential for a lot of internal functioning. You know, if you become fat adaptive, meaning if you switch your fuel source primarily on running from carbohydrates to fat, you will lose fat. So with the hormone drop, the thyroid slows down. So have good fats like coconut oil in your diet. Coconut oil contains medium chain triglycerides, okay? They're fatty acids, and this is going to help support the thyroid gland and speed up your metabolism. Okie dokie. So both estrogen and progesterone, they fall quite dramatically, right? But the drop in progesterone is quite dramatic again, therefore increasing the difference between estrogen and progesterone levels in the body. Now, as estrogen decreases, you're more prone to stress and have higher reactions to carbs and insulin, causing weight gain. Progesterone would normally offset this effect, but because it's fallen as well, with menopause, it throws your natural balance, the natural balance that the body has in place out of whack, all right, causing you to be out of sync. So you are more prone to gaining fat. So there's this estrogen toxicity in the body. There's this bigger gap between the two hormones, estrogen and progesterone. So this is why we need to drop the estrogens that are present in our everyday lives, yeah? In our plastics, in the lotions, in the shampoos, in the personal care stuff, and in pesticides. So coffee can increase estrogen stores as well. Now we can bypass this. Importantly, we can still have our coffee if we are blocking what's called the alpha-2 receptors in the nervous system. We'll have a bit of a talk about that later. So there are lots of things in our environment that mimic estrogen. Progesterone, on the other hand, has no mimickers, so we can't mimic progesterone to bump that back up again. So this serves to further increase the differential between the levels of estrogen and progesterone, which is causing even more stress on the body. Now check this, when progesterone isn't made anymore, your adrenal glands actually help stimulate progesterone, okay? So as the gap actually increases, your adrenal glands become overworked, they become more fatigued, which leads to more stress on the body and ultimately more fat gain. So we have to understand that carbs are worse for our body, particularly after menopause. Stress is higher in our body, therefore increasing fat storage. And the adrenal glands are overworked and fatigued, causing us even more stress. So when we need the least amount of stress in our bodies, in our lives, it's the other way around. There's plenty of it. So what do we actually do about it? Well, we need to drop those carbohydrates back. We need to look to consume them from only really fibrous veggies, okay? We need to drop most fruit, whole grain and dairy. So the paleo diet is an excellent alternative because it does drop a lot of these things out. And then it's very important to manage our stress levels, okay? So not long excessive cardio. It releases cortisol, okay? The flight or flight hormone. And it's catabolic in the body, which will cause even more stress. And you know, it's incredibly damaging in unusually large amounts. If you love long cardio, look, it's okay. Just keep it to once a week or something like that. So sleep needs to be made a priority, and we want to up our weight training as well. So and do some long, slow exercise. Okay, so walking, yoga is great, or even Tai Chi is an excellent option. It's very energizing for the body, and great for building energy and vitality. And we want to combine it with a bit of short, intense exercise. Okay, not the long, steady state stuff, but it's going to give you a higher growth hormone release. Okie dokie. So, to detoxify some of the estrogens in your body. Number one, more cruciferous veggies. Okay, the kale, the Brussels sprouts, the broccoli, the cabbage family stuff is all good. Number two, avoid dairy as much as possible. Number three, avoid pesticides. Okay, so washing everything, everything we get from the supermarket is, you need to wash it. And organic, if you can, as much as possible. And you can supplement with green tea extract to help with the detoxification of estrogen as well. And to support the adrenal glands as much as we can, support the adrenal glands as much as we can supplement with rhodiola and ashwagandha. Okay, they're herbal supplements, and they will help to rejuvenate your nervous system. Okie dokie. That covers menopause. So now we're going to look at fat distribution of all females. Alrighty. So there are three main storage sites, aren't there? The hips, the butt, and the thighs. These areas don't change as fast as the rest of the body when we are trying to drop fat. Okay, it's always the last to go, and they are the general problem areas. So first, what we need to do is look at the makeup of the cells. What are the cells doing? Rightio. So your cells pick up information from your hormones through receptors. When your hormones bind to these receptors, they actually change the makeup of the cells. So when looking at the female body, catecholamines, which are hormones made by the adrenal glands, like adrenaline, bind to the alpha receptors, and they actually slow down fat burning. Now, check this. The human body has around the female body has around 10 more times the alpha receptors than the beta receptors. So there is a lot more that we have to try and shut down. When these catecholamines bind to the beta receptors rather than the alpha receptors, it actually increases the speed of fat loss. And it has a really strong fat burning effect on that visceral fat, or the deep belly fat that surrounds your internal organs, the dangerous stuff. So now the reason ladies hold more lower body fat is that they have a lot more of these alpha receptors in the lower part of the body. Okay, they all sit between the butt and the thighs. So what do we do about it? What's the solution? Now stay with me here. This is about as technical as we're going to get. What we want to do is speed it up by blocking the alpha receptors and speeding up the beta receptors. How the hell do we do that? Well, the first and most important way is to down-regulate the alpha receptors through a low carbohydrate diet. This is going to decrease the activity of the alpha receptors in the body. So what we look at is a total daily intake of around 50 grams per day. Now that's not the actual food weight, it's the actual makeup of the carbohydrate. And then it's just a matter of monitoring your results. So if you're getting good results and dropping body fat, we can slightly increase the carbohydrate intake to 70, 80, maybe 90 grams a day. And if there's no noticeable results, well then we limit it a little further to sub 50 grams a day. So once we have achieved some leaning out, well then you can tolerate more carbohydrates and we can adjust it accordingly. Now, if you go to 40 grams and you're still not seeing any results, well then you may have some leptin issues, okay? In which case you would need to go the other direction and increase carbohydrate intake to boost leptin to kickstart fat loss. The second way we go about it is, now that these receptors are slightly blocked, is to increase catecholamine activity, increase those major fat burning hormones in the body. This is going to stimulate the beta receptors and not the alpha receptors because they are slightly blocked. And we achieve this by consuming some caffeine, okay? Some caffeine pre-workout, around 200 milligrams. 200 milligrams is around 2 small cups of espresso. You can also try consuming some tyrosine pre-workout as well, just about 1 gram, okay? Also having fasted beforehand, so having fasted before your workout. So don't eat before an AM session and do not eat 4 to 5 hours before a PM session. So all this is going to increase the beta receptors and speed up fat loss in those problem areas. Okay, thirdly, we can look at ways of completely blocking the alpha receptors, but that's a little bit beyond the scope of this webinar, so I'm just trying to keep it as simple as possible for you now. A couple of other great supplements are green tea extract, 200 to 300 milligrams, which is great for the detoxification of estrogen, of course, and forskolin, okay, 50 milligrams of forskolin. These supplements are going to help to completely bypass those alpha receptors and help boost your fat loss. Okie dokie. So, in summary, pre-workout, caffeine, 200 milligrams, a couple of small cups of espresso, tyrosine, 1 gram, and a daily green tea extract, 200 to 300 milligrams. Excuse me, and forskolin as well. Forskolin, 50 milligrams. And doing your workout session fasted is going to help as well, okay? So don't eat beforehand, and a maximum 60 grams a day daily, and then monitor, okay? And just go from there. Okay, so all this is going to help to drop all the body fat from those problem areas, those last bits to go, like the hips, the belly, and the thighs. Alrighty, let's break it down further with nutrition and drink stop. Oakley dokley. Now, I don't do calorie counting for females. No offense, but you know, obsessing over calories can turn us a bit crazy and worrying about it. You know, weighing food, and we can get very emotionally involved and attached, can't we? So it's extremely draining, and of course, in many cases that are presented to me, clients have experienced nothing but cravings, lethargy, and tiredness. So what we do is we keep it very simple with the New Body Formula whole food choice list. So all we do here is choose 2 to 4 different veggies from column A, some fat from column B, a good portion of protein from column C, and perhaps some spices from column D, and you have a meal. Mix and match and you have a whole variety of combinations. So all these foods here on this list, they've all been chosen because they have the proven best effect on long-term health. And it is what we are designed to eat. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, it's all the same, okay? It doesn't matter. It's very simple, and a whole variety of options right there. Righty, here's a sample day's food intake for you. So for breakfast, so every few hours or whenever you are hungry, have a meal from the New Body choice list, New Body whole food choice list, and just eat until you're full, okay? It's all about eating, you know, not depriving yourself at all. And don't stuff yourself, just don't go overboard, just go and eat normally like you normally would. Then straight after your workout session, have a 30 gram whey protein shake to increase lean muscle and speed fat loss. Okay, so that's it. 99.9% of the people who follow that plan get great results. Follow it and you will too. It will help to stabilize blood sugar levels rather than that up and down yo-yo response. It's going to reduce inflammation in your body. It will increase your body's ability to burn fat. It will keep carbohydrate intake. It will keep your carbohydrate intake below 60 grams a day, okay, which is really important. And you'll have enough good fats in your diet to support healthy thyroid function. Satiety, really important. Cravings are going to diminish. Sugar cravings will subside. They will subside. All right, you won't be hungry, and it will your energy will increase. Absolutely, you'll get more and more energy. All beautiful, beautiful things. And the beautiful thing about this too is if there are any underlying food intolerances, we discover them, right? They show up. For example, a lot of people are gluten intolerant. So when you have leaned out a bit and can tolerate more carbs, I get my clients to start reintroducing some foods by way of a weekly cheat meal. So once a week, that last meal of the day, you want to be high in GI. High in GI so your insulin levels will spike. So dramatically spiking caloric intake like this once a week is also going to increase fat loss. It does it by ensuring that your metabolism doesn't downshift from extended restriction, so thinking it's in famine. So this is definitely a rule to abide by once you have leaned out a bit, and you probably won't want to look at junk for the rest of the week because you'll feel a bit sick from all the gorging. So eating until you're full, never getting hungry, and eating a meal of pure crap once a week while losing body fat is absolutely heavenly, in my opinion. Okay, so another little bit of science as well. 15 minutes before your cheat meal, once a week, I advise you to do 50 wall presses against the wall, okay? And 50 body weight squats. It'll take you a couple of minutes, and what it's gonna do is it's going to open up your glycogen stores and help with the absorption of the food that you're just about to eat. So what it does is we're gonna put the calories into the muscle instead of the fat cells. Okay, so that's really extremely important, and it will do wonders to minimize the damage. Okie dokie. So why can't I eat like him? Why can't I eat like my man? Why can't I eat like my partner? And the short answer is that you don't have as much muscle mass and you're smaller. So the more muscle mass you have, the more you can absorb glycogen, absorb the energy, absorb the carbohydrates, and put it into muscle. So ladies, I would advise no carbs at night, okay? No carbs at night and a cheat meal once a week once you have leaned out a bit, okay? And guys, because of their higher muscle mass, their body can absorb more glycogen without storing the fat. So they can carb backload every day if they want. Multiple carb meals at night after they train and still lose body fat and gain lean muscle mass. Okie dokie, another drink. All right, so that's the basic science of it all. The key to all of this, right? The key to getting results is consistent tracking, okay? No consistent tracking equals no awareness and equals no behavioral change. So it really is the key to getting results and staying on course. So this is what I do with all my clients, okay, to keep them on the path. Measurements of the 3 main storage sites at least, or measurement of body fat. Okay, let's talk a little bit about training for ladies looking to decrease body fat. So what I do and what I find works really brilliantly, I focus on a strength bias program with short little finishes afterwards, as it's most effective for maximizing fat loss. Also compound multi-joint movements as they require more muscle tissue basically. So things like back squats, deadlifts, lunges, presses, kettlebell swings. I'm a huge fan of kettlebells. Excuse me. And the key is to really increase your lean muscle. You increase your lean muscle and increase your metabolism. So simply put, the muscle burns energy, okay? The more lean muscle mass you got, the more energy you are going to burn just to keep that muscle alive. So always begin with a 5 to 10 minute whole body warm up and cool down as well. So once you have got some good mobility in your joints and muscles, I would advise to incorporate HIIT training a few times a week, okay? High intensity interval training. Only once you got some conditioning though. So I recommend Tabatas. Tabatas are 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest for 4 minutes, okay? So it's short, you only do 4 minutes worth and you do 8 rounds in total. You can either do it sprinting or rowing, cycling, something like that. 4 minutes ain't long at all, but it's very, very effective and extremely efficient. Amazing for fat burning. Do an upper and lower body program once a week. Something like 6 sets of squats and 6 sets of a push and an AMRAP. I love these things. Once a week. The acronym stands for as many rounds as possible. As many rounds as possible of a small group of exercises in a given time frame. Okay, so for example, 12 minutes of 7 swings, 7 pulls and 7 presses. Or you could do 7 minutes of 7 swings and 7 burpees. It's high intensity, okay? It's short, it's high intensity, there's no rest, and it's continuous. So you're doing it fast, there's fast movements, and you're doing it for time. So the aim is to do, as many rounds as possible in that 12 or however many minutes you're going for. So there's a massive growth hormone release with this training, okay? You're going to be burning calories for a long time after your workout. It's intense, but it's very short. Also includes some core stability, okay? Glute bridges. Glute bridges are going to get your butt muscles firing correctly. Absolutely key if you're just starting out, okay? Feet flat on the floor, arms by your side with your palms facing up. Activate your core and roll your pelvis up and off the mat, 1 vertebrae at a time. And when you get to the top, hold for 5 seconds, you squeeze that butt, hold for 5 seconds, and then you slowly lower down under control. Now the further your butt is, further your feet are away from your butt, it's going to be more hamstring activation, and the closer it is to your butt, it's going to be more glutes. And if you're just starting out, I would get you doing these, okay? Bird dogs are excellent for good core activation. I'm really big on getting good core activation first and foremost. With these things, you're on all fours, your hand under your shoulder, your knee is under your hip. So good alignment everywhere. Extend your right arm and your left leg, and then you hold for a count of 3, okay? Keeping your core activated. Then you just alternate left arm and right leg. Okay, so really good for sorting out core issues and getting, you're recruiting the right muscles. A leisure walk once a week, something therapeutic, yeah, just to get things moving. Something out in nature is ideal. Even foam rolling to roll out and roll out tight spots, a bit of mobility and to stretch if you're sore. I would recommend resting twice a week, maybe on a Thursday and a Sunday. If you push yourself into the ground every day, there's going to be a good chance of injuries or overtraining and a lack of fat loss, okay? We'd go the other direction. Alrighty, so all that is pretty optimum for amazing results. And just to finish off with training, it is so important to always make sure you work out at the correct intensity, okay? You need to go hard at it. And you've got to be lifting heavy enough, okay? Especially for ladies. As long as you have good form, you need to be lifting heavy with your weights. Otherwise, you're not going to be getting optimal results. So one rep short of your prescription is better than one more, okay? Just so you understand. So it's all about getting you where you need to be, right, in the fastest and healthiest time possible. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, we're on to cellulite. I'm just going to jump up and do a few star jumps. 10 seconds. Change your state. You can do it as well if you like. Awesome, okay. Alrighty, cellulite. What is it? Cellulite is fat pockets that are caught between the collagen fibers. So when the collagen fibers weaken, it causes that dimpling effect. Oh, here comes some more air, sorry. So when collagen fibers weaken, it causes that dimpling effect. So what do you do about it? Well, number one is reduce the fat. We do that with short, intense exercise that increases a catecholamine surge and increases the binding to the beta receptors. So that's the HIIT training and the high intensity resistance training, like the AMRAPs, are key, absolutely key. They're going to, as well as blocking the alpha receptors. Number two, we want to strengthen the collagen fibers. So foam rolling is absolutely excellent. Everyone should have a foam roller. Very inexpensive way. You don't have to keep going to the masseuse all the time. It increases blood flow. It strengthens the collagen fibers. So yeah, for strengthening the collagen fibers, rolling on the front of your legs, rolling on the side of your legs and the back of your legs. Bioflavonoids will help increase the collagen fibers, okay? So cranberry juice, acai, and vitamin C all work well. Gelatin powder rebuilds collagen fibers. So you could try adding it to your cooking, okay, to decrease that cellulite appearance. And finally, cumin, the Indian spice, beautiful, which is excellent as well. And number three, we want to increase circulation and blood flow. Now, in some cases, when blood flows into the tissue, there can be a bit of a leaking problem. More fluid enters the tissue than leaves, okay? More fluid enters the tissue than leaves, and this increases the appearance of cellulite. So magnesium and electrolytes can help decrease this happening. Compression wear, also a really inexpensive way. It can increase circulation. And you can also heat up the tissue, okay? You can do this by using an infrared sauna. An infrared sauna is going to help to excrete toxins from your body. Or even hot cold showers. Hot cold showers, 2 minutes hot and then 1 minute freezing cold is ideal. Or you could even try using a normal sauna as well. I do that occasionally with a cold shower straight after your hot sauna. So the idea is that the heat expands the tissue and then the cold restricts it, okay? So that pumping blood through the area, through the body with that pumping effect, yeah, for hot, cold, therefore reducing cellulite. So there you have it, some excellent tools that you can put to use, good use right away to help you get excellent results. Oh, my favourite subject. Let's talk a little bit about mindset. Why is it? Why is it that some people think that change takes so long? Why are people afraid of it? Well, it's because most people have tried again and again and again through willpower to make changes and failed. The assumption is that they then make is that important changes must take a long time and be very difficult to make. In reality, it's only difficult because most of us don't know how to change. We don't have an effective strategy. Willpower by itself isn't enough if we want to achieve permanent changes. And the second reason is that the second reason why we don't change quickly is because we have a set of beliefs that prevent us from doing so. Many of these beliefs, they're subconscious. They're subconscious, self-limiting beliefs. They run automatically. They're the programs that we learnt at a very young age, and most of the time we're just not even aware of them going on. So if you have a belief system that gets in the way, that says, I can't do it, or I don't deserve it, very common, some sort of thing that's going to get in the way, that's the thing that's going to stop you from getting your results. And it's not just with losing body fat, it's not just with transforming your body and feeling excellent, okay? This is with everything. If you're going to succeed in any area, in creating long-term change, you have to condition your nervous system to succeed. Not just once, but consistently, over and over. You wouldn't go work out once and expect great, enormous changes, would you? So it's your mental habits. It's your mental habits that can keep you stuck, or they can push you in the direction of your dreams. All your success in life, all your happiness is determined by your beliefs, not your resources, not what you have. Beliefs can help you attain everything that you want in life. And this is also true in the case of self-limiting, subconscious beliefs. So the key is to identify and eliminate them, and then install new, more empowering beliefs in their place. Now, if you're not getting exactly what you want in life and the results that you want in life, chances are that these subconscious self-limiting beliefs are keeping you stuck. So, in order to make new empowering beliefs actually stick, how important is this? It's so important, extremely important, to surround yourself with people that will support you in living and breathing these beliefs. It really is such an important part of your success. I see it time again. If you're in with the wrong crowd or you don't have the support, it's going to be a lot harder to change your paradigm. Alrighty, ladies, I've really enjoyed sharing these tips, tools, and strategies with you. Facilitating change in people's lives is something that I have a tremendous amount of passion for. So what I want to do is encourage you to use the information you've seen and heard and to go for it. You can do it. Go out there and make it happen. But I've only been able to scratch the surface in a limited amount of time. So if you need a more advanced, step-by-step, personal and guided experience, I invite you to work with me. How you can work with me, ladies, is to apply at www.apply.newbodyformula.com. So if you decide to join us, I'm going to give you all the ammunition you need, yeah? I'm gonna love you, cuddle you, and coach you through the world's most effective tools to lose maximum fat in minimum time. So my commitment to you, if you are accepted into the program, I will give you 7 weeks of intensive hands-on training to help you through 7 major milestones. And it's my mission to help you get from point A, where you are now, to point Z in the direction of your dreams in the fastest, the healthiest, and the most efficient time possible. So the program is designed to give you complete control over your mental, physical, and emotional life. So I'm committed to you and I know how to help you get there. Based on my commitment to you, all I ask is you plug into the training and adhere to the plan for the next 7 weeks. How you can work with me is to apply at apply.newbodyformula.com. So I only work with a small group of girls at a time, okay? I can't work with everyone because every week I'm answering your questions live. So working on a one-on-one basis. I can't have 1 million people to service or it will be too crowded. So here's how it works. Just go to apply.nubodyformula.com and put in your application. We will contact you as soon as possible and we'll have a conversation together. I will ask you the 2 big questions. Number 1, what do you want to achieve? So I can make sure that my service is going to fit your needs. And number 2, do you promise to do the work? You know, I can tell you what to do, but in order to get amazing results, you actually have to do something, or I need to make room for somebody else. And I need to see if you're a right fit for this community and that we'll both enjoy working together. So go to apply.nubodyformula.com and submit your application. Okay, so briefly, I want to talk about my 3 principles of success. My 3 principles for great results. So whether you're going to do this course with me or you're going to go out and do it on your own, these are the 3 things you're going to have for getting out of this world sensational results. Number 1, you need to push past your comfort zone. You need to be willing to do stuff that's a little bit uncomfortable at first, okay? Uncomfortable creates change. Uncomfortable creates change. I'm going to ask you to do some stuff. I'm going to ask you to change some stuff around and do some stuff that you're not used to. So it's, you know, just push past your comfort zone. Number 2 of my principles for success is to do whatever it takes, okay? Success is a system. Don't reinvent the wheel. There is a system, a procedure that we go through. Follow the system, do the work, get the result. And number 3 is commitment, okay? So burn the bridges. It's sink or swim. Love it. You want it, you take it, and you pay the price. So really, it's all about mindset. I can't stress that enough. It's 80% psychology and 20% strategy. You know, we can keep adjusting strategy if we need, you know, if needed at all as we go along, but you just have to keep moving forward. Alrighty, so let me tell you a bit about New Body Formula. It includes 7 weeks of live coaching with me personally. Also, bonus one-on-one live coaching with me. So, here is how we are going to do it. Week 1, we'll be uncovering your mission, what you want and why, okay? It's really, really important to get clear on that. And developing a deployment strategy, okay? So it's all about psychological leverage and getting very clear on your goals and objectives. Week 1 will also include testing, so we have a baseline for reference and we can see progress as we're going along, okay? Really important. We'll also cover some fundamental physiological stuff, so we have a strong and solid foundation to launch from. To build a powerful structure, we need that solid, strong foundation. I'll provide you with all the tools that you need for failure-proofing your behavior that's going to condition you into becoming bulletproof. So again, this first step is critical, okay? If we don't do it, we're like a boat sailing around with no rudder, getting blown all over the place with no direction. So what we're going to do is map it out and failure-proof it by conditioning you from the inside out. Week 2 is I'll be giving you access to the first weekly installments of the New Body Eating System, the New Body Training Solution. The New Body Training Solution demonstrates step-by-step how to engage in each session, okay? Now that you can do all of the workouts in the New Body Training Solution with the best piece of equipment you own, your body, okay? Your body and a towel. Yes, a small workout towel. However, it does grow along with you, okay? So it's designed to grow as you level up. So you always have options. You always have options to do this or to do that depending on where you are specifically at. And all the sessions are scientifically designed to be as effective as they are efficient. So what you're going to do is achieve the best possible results in the shortest period of time. Also, my unique mindset method, the accelerated change system. This is brilliant. It's amazing guided visualizations and subconscious imprint techniques that are going to help you develop successful habits a hell of a lot faster. They're going to help to program your mind for success and develop an amazingly confident self-image. In week 3, we'll be advancing through all the system installments. Now, sometimes I see this so often, in the 3rd week, the subconscious mind gets scared and attempts to sabotage everything. So what I'm going to be doing is helping you stay focused, okay? Stay focused on the prize, stay focused on your treasure, and eliminate any anxiety. We'll also be increasing our intensity, okay? You'll find that your conditioning will build up really fast. Your body is going to begin to really increase its efficiency quite quickly. I'll also help you to accelerate your fat loss by addressing and treating the root causes. During this week also, you're going to get, I'm going to give you a week of Skype access to me, okay? So you have my personal details. You can call me at any time between 9 and 3 and ask for help, okay? Anytime at all. You know, how do I do this? How do I do that? I'll talk to you through anything emotional that you're going through, anything mental, anything physical that you're going through. I am there as your support system. We'll talk about what's working, maybe what's not working, whatever we need to do, we'll make it happen. So that's very, very valuable. Now, around the 4th week, your body goes through changes at the cellular level. Okay, so this is where it all starts happening really, really quickly. Your cells within your muscles and within your organs, they're learning how to become more efficient. So this is a very normal process, and I will be coaching you through this significant step forward in supercharging your metabolism. And you know, I'll be with you every step of the way. So by week 5, you're going to have awesome energy. You're going to be sleeping like a baby. Everything's going to be in place. You'll have some new habits that have replaced the old non-serving ones. So what you're going to be happening essentially, you're going to be entering a new paradigm, a new you. I'm going to be coaching you to even bigger heights as well. And you're going to be motivated to go even further because your body is going to, you have that feedback loop. Your body's going to be really shaping up and you get to see the visible results. Okay, so your self-image is basically the perception you have of yourself, the perception you have of yourself, and it's tied directly to your belief system. So what we're going to be doing in week 5 is be working on becoming a braver and more bolder you. Bolder, I like that word. Okay, week 6. Week 6, your body's going to have a definite shape and tone to it where it didn't normally exist. You're going to have slimmed down through your stomach, through your arms, through your shoulders, and through your back. And not only will you've slimmed down through your waist, but there will also be fat loss in your hips, in your thighs, and your butt. Okay, the problem areas. Excuse me. However, as we discussed before, these areas take the longest to move, don't they? So what we're going to be doing, is going to be going through some advanced strategies together. Okay, some advanced strategies to continue to move stubborn fat from these areas. And week 7 is your well-deserved bonus. We're going to unlock workout classes that are choreographed to music. Okay, these are a lot of fun, and I'm sure that you'll just love them. As well as there's going to be many unannounced bonuses along the way as well. So my intention in this program is for New Body Formula to be the place where you learn everything about designing the body of your dreams and living life on your terms, living life in the driver's seat as the creator that you are. Gobble up the training, and at the end of the 7 weeks, there is absolutely no reason under the sun You wouldn't have achieved results unless, of course, you didn't take any action. You're going to develop the skills and the knowledge to change your life from the inside out. This isn't no quick fix diet or anything like that. This is permanent change, creating permanent results that will positively impact all areas of your life. Okay, it's not the techniques are not just fat loss. It's much more. So this whole process, this whole unique process, is a mind-body combination. And my job is to show you how fabulous and different life can be if you come along for the ride. So I'm here and I'm here to help you break the cycle. I'm here to help you get the quality of life that you want, the extended longevity that you want, to get the fat loss you want, to get the mobility you want, and to get the unbelievable energy that you want. So I'm here for you, and I'm going to help you get through it. Okay, so I'm also going to give you 2 hours of one-on-one phone consulting with me personally. Okay, just you and I on the phone or on Skype, 2 separate one-on-one sessions that you can use anytime over the 7 weeks on how we can tweak anything. Okay, anything that you need, let me know what you need. How we can tweak stuff to get more advanced, outstanding results. Just call or email in and we can book you in. Now, of course, there is a fast action bonus. So here is the deal, ladies. I like people who make decisions and I like to give discounts. So this is a $1,000 breakthrough program. However, today, it's yours today for only $497. Bonus number 3 is the week of Skype access. The whole week of Skype access. You get my details and you can call me at any time in week 3 during the day to help you with anything that you need help with. Okay, so how you can enroll? You can enroll at www.apply.newbodyformula.com. So the enrollment process, if I say yes, welcome to the family, I will get you to do some preliminary stuff first before we begin on Sunday, the 2nd of February. Sunday, you'll get your first content and we'll look at sort of starting on that Monday the 3rd of February. Okie dokie, so it's time to go to Q&A, ladies. If you have any questions, shoot them through now. If you're watching this after the webinar, just send me an email and I'll get to you as soon as possible. Fantastic. Be well. Thank you so